that lived in Arizona, and we started chatting, and I enjoyed the youth group that he was in. And I really, because I was bound to home kind of with my immunity being lower back then, I didn't really get to go out and go to youth groups to my church and whatnot. So my friend, he got me involved with it. He did like webcam things online so I could watch the youth group, and it was really cool. Later on, they had a trip to California, and Justin went with them, and Justin told me that I've talked to him before this even happened. I don't remember, but he said that we talked before, and then later on when he came to California, I got to speak with him again. And Aaron, my other friend, he introduced us. And it was funny because Justin thought I was like 12 years old because I always look really young or I sound really young. So he's like, oh, she's like 12 years old. And I'm like, no. I was like, I think 15 or 16 at the time. We started chatting online like every day, you know, as really good friends. Between those years, chatting online and finally getting to meet each other more often, see each other more often rather, we probably did not speak for a month in those years. We chatted every day as best friends. And
really, when we were talking at first, it was just friends, and like we weren't really like looking for a relationship, like she said. And like there was one part where we kind of wanted to like start something, but like she was in a relationship with someone else, so we didn't want to like try to do anything on the side and like cheat on either person, you know. So we're like, oh, we better not. No. One day, I don't know. She had just fairly recently broken up with her boyfriend, and I don't know. It just kind of started. And it started getting more into a relationship than friends.
We really didn't think we were going to get married. We just thought we were just really great friends, and we thought we had a brother and sister relationship, as we would tell people. We would be like, well, if we're not married by 40 years old, you know, we'll get married, okay? I was like, okay. And so that age started to get lower and lower.
But one day, I was on the computer just, I think we might have been talking or on webcam or something, and like I was listening to music, and all of a sudden everything, like the music just faded out. I couldn't hear it, and I hear God's voice, and he just tells me, like, you know what? He's like, you love her. And I was like, I just like froze. I was like, wow. He's like, it's true. He's like, wow, I really do. He's like, and he just told me, and I don't know, I didn't know what to do.
He admitted it to me.
It took me a while to let it sink in, and then after a while I told her that had happened.
Yeah, and I think it took us maybe a year to actually really know, you know, and for him to tell me why. And because he's shy in the first place. And secondly, he didn't want to freak me out, you know, so he didn't want to seem like freaky, like, oh, I love you. But no, he showed reasons why he loved me, you know. It wasn't just to have a girl or you know, just have the status of, oh, I have a girlfriend or something. So he told me that he really liked me and stuff. And so it went from there, and then he wrote my mom a letter, you know, asking her permission if we could get married. And so we got married in April 23rd in Playa del Rey on the beach. It was really sweet, and it was a private wedding. It was just my mom, his mom, and a few people that I knew growing up. So it was really cute.
Well, ever since when I was a little kid, like I always wanted to get married, and I always would talk to God and tell him that I wanted a wife I could take care of. And doing bandages and stuff like that isn't exactly what I was thinking of back then, but it just fit.
And he would always tell me that where he was weak, I'm stronger, and I tell him the same thing. So, like, where he's quiet and calm, like if something upsets me, because I'm a little temperamental, but we won't get into that video. He calms me down, because some things frustrate me. Some days are really hard, you know, with fatigue, and I get really overwhelmed, and he knows how to calm me down so I don't get so overwhelmed and such. And he's really a natural at it. There's no complications like with a relationship in that aspect. It never dampens it, you know. And then when days he feels like he's not being a good husband or something, I always encourage him that he is doing the best that he can.
I normally work about 40-hour weeks, and we don't have a nurse, we don't have a caretaker. I do all her bandages. I do the housework. She helps out when she can, but it's usually very painful for her to like carry laundry across the house to go to do start the washer, or we don't have a dishwasher, so it's difficult for her to do dishes. She can't get her bandages wet with like dirty food, and then she could get an infection. I take care of the animals, like for the most part. We just have a dog and a cat, so I think that our insurance could cover having a nurse to come in and to do bandages, I don't know, a couple times a week or whatever we would need, or to help around the house. But really it's kind of our decision to not have one. I'd rather, I don't know, I feel weird having someone else do it when I enjoy taking care of her. It's not really a chore to me. It's something I enjoy doing.